On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told that our breakfast is being served. So I'll request kusimama. I'll request this table and that table wataweza kutangulia pale. So it's self-service, and then utakuja tu kuketi chini, and then tea or coffee will be served. So karibuni.
Madam Phyllis Oyongo, Director, King's Favor Academy. Our school currently, I've got a population of 500 people, and then we have got 22 staff members and 1 non-teaching staff. The school started the year 2009 with just 1 learner. At the beginning, the first week I registered 1 people, and as time went on, at the end of the year, I ended up the year with 13 of them. And having just 1 staff member, I and the one who joined me later, so the year ended when we were 2 and 13 peoples. From there, we have done it so well, King's Favor Fraternity. Our vision in our school and also our motto, we are there to achieve them to our learners. Since we started the school, the first class 8 that start for the KCPE, they are already that here in university. And it is my hope as the school director to see these learners achieving their vision that is in them, to building them to make impact in the world. And the partners came to us like in a miraculous way. It was the year 2019 when one of them just came and approached me in the office, and the way he came, he was very much interested to see us working with any partner. I really appreciated, because to me it was a good news in my life. Since I started the school, I've never met a well-wisher. To me, I felt like the staff from the end partner was a well-wisher to us. And after he shared with me what they do, the end partner, I gave in to them. He took my name. I gave all the information he was inquiring from me. And thereafter, he promised to come and meet me. And it took us like 1 to 3 months before he came. And when he came, he just informed me that I'm the one who came to pay you a visit. And then, in fact, he came with some more other 2019. For sure, End Partner has done a lot in our school. The first thing that they did to us, which was a favor to us as the entire King's Fraternity, they purchased for us the school van, whereby even I was not in position to do it. And for me, I took my time to thank God for that. After we explained ourselves and whatever we could, since the school was registered under the Ministry of Education, they just took time to tell us that it was possible for us to work with them. And within a very short time, they processed for me the school loan, whereby I could not believe myself to see that we were able to have the school van with us, whereby before we bought the school van within the school, our population was like the 300. But when parents realized that their school currently has got a school van, in fact, we raised our number from 300 to 400 up to where we are today. We have made a name for ourselves that parents feel that they have got hope with us. If the school can have a car, whereby they always think that those who manage to buy a car, it's kind of a school that has come up where they are able. And we count to be among them. We are proud to have ND partners. They gave us the first asset, which is the school van, of which I'm proud of them. And I'm very much grateful. After the End Partners purchased for us the school van, the second project I was in shortage of school furnitures, and when I shared my idea to them, they came in, they funded me with the money. In fact, the furnitures, they are so good, and they are there, the learners use them so well, and I was very much grateful. When I requested for the loan to purchase the furnitures, it didn't even take more than a month, and I was very much happy. They are of the standard, comparing with what we had there before. Another project that has really amazed me in my life, the expansion of the school, from the Mabati building to a permanent structures. We are making currently a very big structure. It will be a 3-story building consisting of 24 classrooms. It will have even the computer classes there, the library, and what have you. I'm looking forward to see it when it is complete, because what was in me is to see when we have got that thing having started. It was not easy, but when I came up and shared the idea to the End Partner managers and whoever who came to see me, they just told me it will be possible. And there we have it. It is still ongoing. We are working on it. I know before the year 2023, everything will be done. Yeah, I'm very much grateful to have the structure going on for now. Personally, working with End Partners, I've seen a lot working in this school, King's Favor. And also I would like to extend the same art to my other colleagues who are surrounding me within our fraternity, within our community, have got other directors. Maybe those who have felt that they cannot work or they cannot make it. It is good if they can try to work with End Partners. I remember I've shared with some of my colleagues. I told them to come and see what I've already achieved from End Partners. And also I can still urge you that one of the fine days, just try and work with End Partners. They are very flexible. You don't have to look for them. They are the ones who usually come and look for you. And at the end of the day, you achieve your goal. So kindly, all my directors that are within Kawangware, especially Kawangware and Dagoretti, don't stay there thinking things that cannot work out. Just work, look, and see if you can try one of the fine days to work with End Partners, and you will see that your institution will not remain the same again. Things will change, because what I believe after I worked with End Partners, I came to realize that all things are possible, and there is nothing that is so impossible when you come and meet someone who is ready to help you to achieve your vision. Hello, my dear directors there at Meru. I'm one of you from Meru, coming from Kobo area. I'm here to pass a very good news to you all, because there is one of our branch from End Partners that have come across to you people there. And I know that it's one of the good news that you have ever received since you started working there as the school directors. Working with End Partners is so amazing. I'm one of them. They have done wonders to our school. I'm one of the beneficiaries, being a very proud director within Kawangware slum. And I would like to wish you and to urge you all, if you can take this wonderful opportunity to chip in and partner with the End Partner. Don't fear when they come and approach you. Take that courage. You will be able to achieve what you have never achieved in those institutions. You will be very proud to have even the school vans, to have the expansion of the schools, to have the furnitures. You can name them all. What I would like to tell you, if you have heard of anything from End Partners of late, just inquire more and more. Don't fear anything. Desire to work with End Partners. Everything will change. You will be one of the great pioneers who are there. There is none of the institution, not even the bank. I've been working with different banks, and they have never done to me what the End Partners have done. So my dear people there, my dear directors there, do something. One of the fine days I will be there to come and pay a visit together with my colleagues from Nairobi to witness what End Partners have done for you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are enjoying your breakfast. As we continue with our breakfast, we'll also continue with our program this morning. And right about now, I'd like to call upon Madam Jennifer to give us an introductory remark. Welcome. Karibu, Madam Jennifer.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all, the board members for Ed Partners Africa, our chief guest today, who is the Regional Director of Education, Madam Pamela Okello, all the school directors, our staff, ladies and gentlemen. We wish to welcome you to this breakfast meeting today, which is the official launch of opening our 5th branch in Ed Partners Africa, Kisumu branch. We have shared a program as we go along, and we want you to enjoy the session. Thank you.
Asante sana. Thank you so much. Wapi makofi ya Madam Jennifer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard from her, we are all welcomed to this occasion. And as we continue to eat, maybe you are there wakati mmeketi hapo kwenye table unauliza what is Ed Partners. Well, just in a brief, before I call the next speaker, I'd like just to say that Ed Partners is a non-banking financial company that it is very unique, actually, because with Ed Partners, it has got 4 components that make it so different to the others. Maybe just to say in a brief, the first component that I can say that makes us Ed Partners to be different from other non-banking financial company is that we do understand private schools. You'll find many other companies, non-banking financial companies, doing just the same, but for us Ed Partners, we say that we understand private schools because we deal with private schools. And the second one is that the service that we give to our clients as compared to the others is that you don't need to come to our office. We come to you. That is the second thing that makes us so unique, that we come to you, our clients. We talk to you. We understand each other. We understand where you're coming from. And we seal a deal on that. And the last thing is that our solutions go beyond finance. It's not just financing the private schools, but we also offer training when it comes to record keeping, when it comes to giving you advice on education quality, and also we give advice and train on financial systems. That is, those are the things that makes us unique as Ed Partners. So ukiwa pale, at least now you know what Ed Partners is all about. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call the first speaker. He'll be representing the KPSA chair. I'd like to call the secretary of KPSA, Mr. Abayo. Wapi makofi yake as he comes. The secretary. Karibu.
To Ed Partners, our fellow directors, the members in attendance, good morning. I want to thank God. It's a good day today. We also want to appreciate Ed Partners for this invitation. Well, my name is Abayo Sylvester. I'm the proprietor or the owner of Mandela Shiners Academy. This is just past Kisian. I'm the current executive secretary, Kenya Private Schools Association, Kisumu County. Now I'm here to represent our chairman, who is currently submitting the proposal that was advanced by Kenya Private Schools Association in terms of the presidential task force that is going on right now at Kisumu Girls. Now, he had this information that we need to share, that our association, our Kenya Private Schools Association, Kisumu County, we have about 133 schools. These are very good members, they are active members. So when Ed Partners, we got this information, we are glad to be partners with you, because you're not only coming at the right time, but the most crucial time that these schools require that financial assistance. We are ready to partner with you, especially in terms of the capital expenditures that we are yet to have. We have expanded classrooms, we are doing laboratories. Currently, we are also having this, the digital platform, the Liquid International, that is coming to help us connect our schools. And we are glad that Ed Partners will be part of this to help us finance this project. So it is something that we really want to appreciate as directors. We'll want to work closely with Ed Partners as they ensure that their financial assistance that they'll be giving us will be quite flexible if we compare it to the other banks or other financial institutions. Other than that, I want to wish everybody well. We want to wish you well during this process, and we want to appreciate Ed Partners. Currently, if you are able, if you visit our offices, you'll be able to get this list of these schools, and then the directors will be able to contact them in order for you to launch this product successfully. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and have a very nice day. Thank you.
So much. Asante sana Bwana Secretary, Mr. Abayo. Wapi makofi yake. Thank you so much. Let's appreciate him, ladies and gentlemen. And to our chief guest, the Regional Deputy Director of Education, Madam Pamela Okelo, our Director, Madam Lydia Koroz, and also our CEO, Mr. Amos Mwangi, and all other directors. At this juncture, I'd like us, we hear one testimonial of what the amazing Ed Partners has done to an amazing school. And on that, I'd like to call upon Mr. Dedan Ochuka from Shalem. So karibu. So in just a brief, Mr. Dedan is going to just give a testimonial on what the amazing Ed Partners has done. Karibu.
To the Regional Director of Education, Ed Partner, together with all directors, good morning. I'm Dedan Ochuka, Director Shalem Gardens School at Koyango. I want to talk briefly, just like he has said, about the Ed Partner. I first met Ed Partner, that is in October 14th this year, when they came to my office with this good news. So we have some challenge in Kisumu here when these programs come. We first doubt, but when they came to my office, I saw the gentleman who came, Mr. Saidi Baron. Niliangalia mwili wake nikasema huyu hawezi kunidanganya. Alikuwa na mwili mkubwa sana, nikasema huyu hapana, huyu hawezi kunidanganya. So we just talked briefly, like around 2 to 3 minutes. He told me the program, what they do. Then I accepted. Immediately, he took the form. We did the We filled the form, and the following day he called me that now I should submit everything. And they don't need so many things like we have been talking, or like we have heard from other institutions. This time, just like you said, Ed Partner is a bit unique. And this is the best time that schools in Kisumu, this is the best time for you even to have a van. These people have come to help us. It did not take long. And today, I think my van is being launched here today. Already, I have it down here. It only took less than a month. In fact, it took only 2 weeks. The approval took 2 to 3 days. But what took long a bit was the van, when you were looking for a van. And I want to say that I'm very much grateful, and I think we are going to go far with these aid partners. In Africa, we always want to see first is when we react. But already, I have a van here, and I hope that after this, we shall go down there and look at the van, then you start the process immediately. What they require with you is not so many. They only need to come to your office. They see how you are working, and you be your own boss. This is the time that you can be your own boss. You don't want to look for a white man to come and help you, but Ed Partner is here for us. They are here to help us. And they don't look at the situation of your school. They have come to do the upgrade of the school, maybe to make sure that the school at least has a van or a bus, whatever that you can afford, depending on what you can raise. Otherwise, I'm very much grateful to the Ed Partners because I see the fruits of Ed Partners for the first time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dedan. Let's appreciate him once again. Thank you so much. We are all aware that this county produces a lot of professors and doctors. And just like you've heard from him, it's high time we as directors of different schools to be able to link with Ed Partners. At least watoto wasome vizuri. Umesikia yeye ako na an expect van. At least, isn't it? Iko tayari. Wapi makofi yake. I believe ya kwamba watoto kwa hiyo shule atatoa kama professors kama 20. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yes, what about your school also? Watu huko pale unatoa watu wako na PhD, doctorate, all courtesy of, with the help of Ed Partners. Yeah, okay. And at this juncture, I would like, first of all, like to call upon, there'll be a change of program, just a bit in the program. I'd like to call upon right about now, our chief guest, Madam Pamela Okello, to at least, wapi kwanza makofi yake as she comes. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Madam Pamela Okello, our chief guest. Wapi makofi yake tafadhali? No. Hii tunamkaribisha na makofi ya maprofesa, si ndio? Haya, wapi makofi ya Madam Pamela? Twanga. 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you so much. To the leadership of Aid Partners, Board of Directors from Aid Partners, directors from Nyanza region, good morning. Good morning once again. I can see a number of faces that I've interacted with that I know. Good morning. I want to repeat again, once again, my name is Pamela Okello. I don't mind when you call me Okello, because if you are Mrs. Okello, then people wonder how. You should be Mrs. Okello. But my name is Pamela Okello. For those of you who work in Kisumu,
I had a chance to work in Kisumu municipality for 5 years, and we interacted. I've also worked in the wider Kisumu district. I've worked around for the ministry for quite some time now. I work today in Nyanza region as the Deputy RD Nyanza. The RD is Mr. Nelson Sifuna. The RD was supposed to be here and he was so excited about it. But he had to travel to Nairobi for reasons examinations. And he is at a meeting today at this point in Nairobi at NEC. And that's why I'm representing him. As a teacher, as a mother, as somebody who has worked for a long time, I can easily be tempted to talk a lot and even preach sometimes. And therefore allow me to read the speech of the RDE. That the Ministry of Education is committed to the provision of quality education and training to all Kenyans as a fundamental right as stipulated in the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And in Nyanza region, we purpose to provide effective and efficient services to all school-age Kenyans across the tiers, from ECD to the university. In the quest to implement the current reforms, we endeavor to pay keen attention to issues access, participation, equity and inclusiveness, quality and relevance, sector governance, accountability, and other pertinent issues that contribute to the envisaged quality education in Nyanza region and in Kenya as a whole. It is in my interest to mention that the current competency-based curriculum structure recommends a 2633 structure, and you understand it better than I do. The system seeks to nurture every learner's potential by ensuring that all learners acquire core competencies. And I'm sure the directors know the core competencies. It emphasizes on formative rather than summative evaluation, and therefore talent identification and development of talents at very early stages in life. The idea is to do an evaluation, an assessment of every learner as an individual and get to know what the individual is good at. That God, in his own wisdom, created us differently. Some are better at skill development, and they do very well. Take them to a chemistry lab, they will do very little. Others like things which are done practically, like physics, chemistry. They go to the lab and learn everything. They don't even need to revise, and they still do very well and become doctors and engineers. And therefore, in our understanding as education ministry, everybody is a winner. We only need to know where they are good and strengthen that competency at formative stage. We don't need to wait until they fail to perform at class 8 or form 4. We start as early as ECD. Now this is the reasoning behind CBC. Today in Kisumu, the Presidential Working Committee is in Kisumu today, collecting views. If you get some chance, please pass through Kisumu Girls and have your say. It is important. Everybody has a point. Everybody has a contribution. It is our system. When the children don't get it right, the whole society falls, and you're part of that society. A team of experts has been mandated by His Excellency the President to interrogate this system further and make proposals for improvement as part of education sector reforms. In the light of the above, we encourage stakeholder engagements at all levels, from school to the region and nationally. In this regard, all schools are firmly instructed to develop a 5-year strategic plan in addition to the regular annual development plans that you have. I liked the testimony from Shalem that he only got to meet aid partners in October. They have had an engagement. And in a short while, he is going to buy his van. It means he had that in plan. Already it was in the strategic plan. They're only waiting for somebody to support them financially, and they get it right. I want to visit your school. I want to encourage you. I want to work with you so you achieve, so that you are a success story, so that I can carry that success story from Kisumu to other parts of the region. The plan should specify activities and corresponding outputs in order of priority. And that means VAN was their priority. Targeted activities and requisite financial implications. How much do you require? Who will provide this amount of money? Is it the parents? Is it well-wishers? And the well-wishers is sometimes vague, because you want everybody definitely is a well-wisher of a learning institution, but they may not have the money. Today, we have a well-wisher who can give us money. Financing education is our priority area of concern, and our policy direction is to encourage the intervention of all partners to assist in meeting the budget necessary to develop infrastructure and other costs of salaries, trainings, and other areas of needs. The resources committed to education are from both domestically generated revenue and intra-sector sharing of resources. Intra-sector is both within, actually intra is within a region, but we don't mind inter outside the region. Most of our private institutions were negatively affected by COVID-19 in 2021 to the point of closing down, while others are still struggling. The ministry is keen to encourage friendly conditions of loan provision, and hence our preference to working with friendly financial institutions as opposed to mainstream banking institutions. Here, conditions set by commercial banks are quite high. A number of times we have expectation of collecting fees, and we hardly collect 100%. When we fail, then it becomes very difficult working with the commercial banking institutions. We are grateful that you have pitched, that is AIDS Kenya. We are grateful that AIDS partner have pitched a tent in Nyanza region to support schools and preferably employment opportunities to our young Kenyans where opportunities arise. As a ministry, we will do timely registration of schools and offer quality assurance in an effort to realize quality education. We will surely market your services to learning institutions in Kenya, in Nyanza region, and particularly in Kisumu. And even beyond Nyanza region, our neighbors in Rift Valley, Kericho is just our neighbor here. We won't mind marketing the same services to Kericho County. We won't mind marketing these services to Vihiga. It's just across this hill and we are in Western. We won't mind sharing, because sharing is good. Sharing, as the young children say, is caring. The beneficiary institutions are firmly advised to develop a loan repayment plan and pay back promptly to motivate others with the same intention. We wish to encourage commensurate teacher-pupil ratio and corresponding teaching and learning resources availed to the learners. The schools should take advantage of the opportunity the ministry has provided to provide to private schools to set up junior secondary schools to attract higher employment. As it is now, and this is what the president said, that you want to treat Kenyan children the same way, whether they go to private institutions or public institutions, because they belong to Kenya. And education is a right given to them by the Constitution of Kenya. And every other law in Kenya is anchored in the Constitution. And therefore, we care about who is benefiting. We care about the children. We are the advocates of these children, and we want them to be in school. This will in turn make it easy to develop an implementation plan, complete with monitoring and evaluation framework. Implementation of this plan should involve a multi-sectoral approach, including the church, household, non-state actors, and the learners as well. Today at Kisumu Girls, we have organized a tent just for children to say what they think about CBC. Let us also hear the children speak, because the parents have children, they own children, they want to speak for the children. But we also are keen to hear what the children are saying. Do they like it? If they like it, what part of it do they like? If there's a bit that they don't don't like. What is it? So that is that bit that we change. It is a very good idea. CBC is a good idea for Kenya. I don't want to talk about it because I'm part of the ministry. I would rather hear it from other people. And therefore, we are saying that all these require a well-coordinated system to realize success. My office has designed a framework to ensure seamless coordination of all processes, programs that will support smooth progression of learners, and in particular, progression at all classes, but transition from primary to secondary. We call it 100% transition. We want everybody to go up to Form 4. Yes, we are saying that we want to identify competencies and sharpen these competencies. But we are saying in class 8, they are still children. They are still too young, even to know whether they can do ball and use football as an entrepreneur. Because some people just play football and they earn millions. That is business. But in primary, they are still too young. We want them to grow up to Form 4. When they are now 18 years, then we can see those who can sing, because their vocal cords now are fully formed, and those who want to sing for a living will be made better in singing, so that they just sing for a living. They don't need to pass biology anyway, because that is not a talent from God. We want to be co-creators with God. We want to give them the talent that God has given them. We sharpen it, so that if they just want to cook and earn a living, it is after 18 years. So then they can be employed. If they just want to play ball, hockey, basketball, and earn a living, they can earn millions within minutes. If they want to be preachers, then we take them that direction. Good preachers don't even read, by the way. The very senior preachers are called bishops. Bishops don't read. They say, read that verse. And somebody reads. Go on and to the next one and read up to verse 10. And somebody reads. And then somebody else identifies a chorus that goes with that reading. And they earn millions. Have you ever seen a poor bishop? So why do we quarrel when our children want to do just that? Because we want them to pass mathematics. Now, this is what CBC is against. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to take this chance to congratulate you as directors for efficiency in service delivery witnessed in the private schools in the past, and the positive influence you have on public schools. You are encouraged to strive for higher quality achievements. I am particularly humbled by the calculated efforts from all partners, but in particular, Aid Partners Africa. Thank you. You have shown us the way, and we want to look for partners like you. For your deliberate efforts of provision of the requisite financial resources and non-financial products in an effort to improve delivery of quality education to young Kenyans for the benefit of Kenya as a whole. The establishment of a branch in Kisumu City today will surely escalate the intensity and quality services and products offered to private schools in Nyanza. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much, Madam Pamela. And just a humble request, please, still I'll need you here. And ladies and gentlemen, on this juncture, I'd like to request the humble presence of our director, Madam Lydia, together with our CEO. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we want now to officially launch the Kisumu branch, ama Kisumu Dala. Donge? 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 Alafu si tutapiga ile sigalagala? Yeah? Yes, our guest. Sorry. And so, we're now about to officially open, just to officially open our Kisumu branch, a Dala edition. And on that note, I want to request we all stand up we all stand up. At least we all join in the celebration of launching the Kisumu branch. The Kisumu branch. And our guest, together with our director and the secretary, yes, please. So, in the count of 5, tuanze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi, wapi makofi. Wapi makofi ya Kisumu branch edition. Wow. Wapi makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's appreciate Ed Partners for opening their Kisumu branch. Kisumu Dala branch. Wapi makofi, wapi sigalagala bwana. Wapi sigalagala. Wow. Thank you so much. And I'll request our guest together with our CEO to have a photo session. Just a brief session. Yes, karibu. And also, Bwana Secretary, please. Mtasonga tu kidogo tu. Yeah. Leo nimelearn something. Amesema kwamba ukiwa bishop haufanyi kazi, si ndio? Unaambia mtu soma kitabu cha Matthew. It says what? Anakuambia go and read it. So you may take your seats. Tubaki kwanza. Madam Director. Thank you so much. I'll also request our director, together with Madam Pamela, to just remain there. And I'll request Anne. Yes, Anne, please, with the gifts. So we've got 2 gifts. One, it will go to Mr. Nelson Sifuna, the Regional Director of Education, who was expected to be here, but he has gone for other engagements in Nairobi. Yes, but yes, thank you so much. And also the second gift is for our guest. That one is for you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We love you as Ed Partners. Thank you so much for your presence today. Sati, upigwa tu hapo tu picha tu na zawadi kutoka Ed Partners. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Wapi makofi, our guest. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And we're still continuing with our program. So right now, I'd like to call upon and welcome our CEO, Mr. Amos. Wapi makofi ya Bwana CEO as he comes. Wapi makofi yake, ladies and gentlemen. Let's appreciate him once again. Thank you so much, our CEO. Karibu.
Our guest speaker, Madam Pamela Akero, Deputy Regional County Director of Education, Nyanza, Secretary KPSA, Kisumu Chapter, Mr. Obayo, Sub-County Directors of Education, all private school directors present, members of the clergy, Ed Partners directors, invited guests, good morning. My name is Amos Mwangi. I'm the CEO at Partners Africa. We are delighted to see you today as you join us in this official launch of our Kisumu branch. Allow me to first of all introduce the team from head office, which is here with us today. The team from the branch will be introduced by the branch manager as we wind up the session. So Let's clap for her as she goes. Thank you so much, Madam Pamela. We do understand, and we have given you the permission to leave. So, head office team, kindly please stand. I'll start in front. We have Jennifer Haduri. Jennifer is our head of sales. Then at the back there, Janet Waweru. Janet Waweru is our CFO. Next to Janet there, we have David Karume, who is our Chief Business Officer. At the back there, we have Geoffrey Okochi, our Operations Manager. Next to Geoffrey, we have Doreen Mwangi, our Marketing and Social Impact Officer. Then we have John Nandoa. John Nandoa is our Credit Manager. And John's presence here is very important. For those directors who have come with your needs, we can easily constitute a credit committee here and make all the approvals that you need. Let's clap for the head office team as they sit. They say, and I quote, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." That's what education does. Education transforms. Education empowers families, communities, and nations. We all agree that education is a powerful tool to fight poverty. It's only through education that we can change the fortunes of Kenya and Africa at large. We therefore appreciate the important role you are playing in your county, and that's why we chose to serve education sector. We are all here because somebody invested in us through education. If we were never taken to school, perhaps we'll not be here. We'll be probably somewhere in the bush looking after cows and goats. Africa is a non-banking finance company that offers loans and advisory services to private schools. Affordable private schools play a critical role in complementing the government agenda of universal basic education, just like we have heard from Madam Pamela. I'm sure you're asking, why Ed Partners? Ed Partners is unique. Ed Partners is different from all other financial institutions. We understand your needs very well. We are education finance specialists. Actually, Ed Partners is the first education finance company in Africa. Ed stands for education. Partners stands for our model, because we believe that we are not just giving you loans. We want to partner with you to make your school a great school from all perspectives. And Africa stands for our Pan-African vision. We have a vision beyond Kenya. We intend to start with Kenya and proceed to the rest of Africa. And we believe that that will help to empower the continent at large. We bring our services to your doorstep, so there's no need for you to visit our offices. Currently, we have over 300 schools, and if you talk to them, very few have ever visited our offices. And even those who have visited us, they did not come to seek for a loan. They just said we were just passing by, and we decided to say hi, because our relationship managers deliver the services to the school's doorstep. Our approval structure is quite simple and quite fast. Within 3 working days, we are able to determine whether you are eligible for a loan or not. And if you are not eligible, we'll be able to guide you on what you need to do to be eligible for a loan facility in the future. Our requirements are quite flexible. We know how schools operate. We know the information that you have. And to us, we know what matters for a successful school. We look at the number of students that you have. We look at the school fees that you are charging. We look at whether you are registered by the Ministry of Education, how long you have been in existence, And by just telling us some of those critical KPIs of your school, we have an idea whether you are eligible for a loan or not. So we will not ask you to spend a lot of money trying to go to the accountants to prepare audited accounts and things that do not really help in determining whether you are eligible for a facility or not. Our agenda is to improve the quality of education in terms of the credit facilities that we offer. And these credit facilities help schools to improve their physical infrastructure, whether you want to expand or renovate your school, whether you want to improve your learning environment and comply with the government regulations, that facility is available from Ed Partners. Currently, one of the hottest needs that we have is junior high schools. Many schools have approached us to set up junior high school units within their primary schools. And we believe that this is a huge opportunity within the private schools market. Now that we have been allowed to set up junior high schools, Ed Partners is available. Ed Partners is willing to support you set up your junior high school, among other needs. We also support you to acquire land if you want to expand your school, if you want to transition from leasing to owning the school, if you want to set up playgrounds, all that is within the Ed Partners reach as far as the facilities are concerned. We also have asset finance. You had the school testimonial that came earlier. School transport, ensuring that you expand your geographical reach, ensuring that your children are able to get home safely and to get to school on time. And also school buses are an avenue for marketing for the school's fraternity. So again, we support you to buy school buses, computers, all that is within our reach as well. Currently, we have 5 branches, with the Kisumu branch being the 5th one. The other branches are in Nairobi. We have a branch in Nakuru, a branch in Meru, a branch in Nyeri. We'll continue expanding after Kisumu. Currently, we have also disbursed close to Kenya shillings 600 million to schools, which are serving over 80,000 students. And we plan to disburse 10 billion shillings in the next 5 years to schools for them to be able to expand and to realize their dreams. Beyond loans, we also have advisory services, finance management trainings, school management systems, for those schools that are still using the manual records. You have those black books. We help schools to introduce school management systems because parents are demanding for an efficient way of paying school fees. And they want also to know when they send money to the school, they would also want to get a message back. Dear so-and-so, you have received your 10,000 shillings, your balance is this much. So those kind of systems, we have linkages to people who can support you on that. And we're also financing schools to buy computers to digitize their classrooms and to digitize their operations. As I conclude, allow me to say that we are very excited and we are very honored by your presence today in this momentous occasion as we launch our 5th branch. I wish to acknowledge the customers who have already patronized our services even before the official launch. Thank you so much for trusting us with your business even before we did the official launch. Finally, I would like to assure you of good business relationship. And we are all here today, including the branch team led by our branch manager. Please talk to them, engage them, discuss your needs, and you'll be able to pick it from there. Yesterday, I spent the better part of the day visiting schools. And I must say, I was very encouraged with what I with what I saw in the field. Kisumu customers or the Kisumu parents are so keen on quality. And they are willing to pay for that quality. Where the gap is, schools do not have access to funding to keep on improving the quality. Now you should not complain any further because Ed Partners is there. We are willing to support you. We are willing to work with you to keep on improving the quality, and I'm sure the parents will appreciate by bringing more children to your schools, by paying a little more in terms of school fees, and ensuring that the continuity of the school is secured. Once again, thank you very much. May God bless you all. I now take this opportunity to invite our chair of the board, Madam Lydia Koros, to come and give her remarks. Karibu sana, our chair. Let's clap for her as she comes. It's only in Ed Partners you have the board chair coming for the launch. So tumpigie makofi.
Thank you very much, Amos. Directors of schools present, because you are our guest and we really appreciate your presence today. Good morning. Good morning. God is good. And all the time, and that is his nature. And we thank him because his nature allows us to be here this morning. My name is Lydia Koros. I am one of the directors of Ed Partner, and I chair the board of the organization. But before I give a few remarks, I just want to recognize a few people who are here with us today. I first want to appreciate and recognize the presence of my husband who agreed to come with me. So, and let me say something about that a little. Like I started, we are directors of schools. We are also directors of a school. And so I requested him to come along as a co-director to say hello to other directors. So Gideon, if you could, please say hi to your fellow school directors.
Thank you very much, Lydia. Hamjambo. Fellow directors, the officials of Ed Partners, it's a great honor. Did not think I was going to speak here. I had just performed the role of a faithful husband by bringing my you know the joke, the current joke now in Meru County. So I was just performing that role of but seriously speaking, as my wife has mentioned, we have been in this sector for the last, it's going to 20 years now, running schools. We started with a very, very young school with 4 children. I'm mentioning that because I've seen fairly young people here who I think maybe have just begun schools. So I'm here to encourage you, to tell you that investing in education as a business or as a service to community is both a noble thing and is a viable business. I've been in it now long before my wife was doing other things. She found me in education. In fact, I am like, what do they call it in science? I'm like an experiment when she's doing some of the things with Ed Partners. So I want to encourage you. Litmus paper, you said? So as fellow directors, I want to encourage you, those who are starting, those who are already in it for some time now, that this is a viable business. And there's a future in this business, so long as you do it right. Your chairman, whom we voted for recently as the national chairman of KPSA, I think is one of the good examples around here. Mary Okello, the first lady branch manager, you know her story with McKinney Group of Schools. I think they even have a branch here in Kisumu. So there's a future in this business. The government alone cannot be able to fulfill the demands of education in this country. We are partners as private providers of education, and I want to encourage you to take advantage of Ed Partners who have now come on board. I was telling the team earlier that most of us who started early struggled through with commercial banks because they both didn't understand, or they didn't think much about private schools. So I wish you all the very best. Now there's transition to CBC. The task force is going to recommend many things, but what is likely to happen is that we shall retain grade 6, 7, no, grade 7, 8, and 9. The general consensus now is that it's likely that we shall retain those classes in our schools. Therefore, it is both an opportunity for those who are running schools and also a challenge. And that is where Aid Partners comes in, and we can take advantage and improve our infrastructure, expand our enrollment, and everyone benefits. So, fellow directors, I wish you all the very best, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As he said, that is our experimental ground, where we pick our brains about schools. But in addition to that, I would like to recognize the presence of some of my fellow board members in Ed Partners. So, Mike, do you mind coming and saying hello, please?
Thanks, Lydia. Good morning, everyone. First, my name is Mike Mbari, investor and board member in Ed Partners. I just want to say a big thank you, first of all, to all of you who made time to be here this morning. To me, it speaks that you care about three things. One is education, and not just education, but quality education. Secondly, is you care about your schools, about the future of your schools that you're running, and the legacy you want to leave. And three is you care deeply about your students and how you can improve the quality of what you're offering your students. As you've heard, Ed Partners has been around for some time and is touching the lives of 80,000 students. And it's now in Kisumu to do the same to the students or the children in this region. And to the management of Ed Partners, as you know, you have the full board support, and we're really excited about this growth, seeing Ed Partners grow and touching more schools and touching more lives. And as you've heard, Ed Partners is unique because it knows your needs. It is purely education focused. It knows what challenges you're having, what external factors are affecting your schools, affecting your fees, affecting your collection rates, and is able to work with you and come up with a plan to still grow your schools and make them better despite of all of that. So I can assure you you're in the right place, and we're looking forward to partnering with you and improving the education of this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As you can see at Partners, we believe in, especially the younger generation. So Mike brings in the new, very fresh new ideas on the board of Ed Partners, and we appreciate him and the rest of the team. Now, I recently had a very different interpretation of, the miracle of multiplication of food in the book of Matthew. And as I was saying hello, I met a few, I met a bishop, I met a pastor. So I believe, there are many people who understand what we are talking about. In the book of Matthew, Jesus was preaching to a crowd. And in the crowd, it got to a point where this crowd had been there for so long, so he said, the disciples came to him and told him, people are hungry, release them so that they can go and look for food. So, I've read that miracle, parable and miracle of Jesus so many times. But until recently, I saw it in a very different way recently when somebody shared with us that in that particular case, who went to Jesus and told Jesus that this crowd is hungry? Is it the crowd? No. Who did? It's the disciples. And who had the food in their pockets? It was the disciples. And, so when, it really was kind of an eye-opener for me that the people who had the solution were these disciples themselves. But they were not willing to share. So that's why they were saying, send them out to go and look for food. But then, Jesus told them, what do you have? Bring it. And, he fed 5,000, a crowd of 5,000 from the fish and the bread that was available. And I've been thinking about that for quite some time, since the day I heard about it. And this is what I've been feeling about it. We have everything that we need as a people within ourselves. In Kenya, we are always very fond of saying, serikali ifanye. Serikali nisaidie, si ndio? But we have the solutions within ourselves. Now, today we are talking with school directors from Nyanza. You have solutions to the problems that face our country. Because you hold the future, and the future is in the hands of the children that you teach. If each one of us said, I have this in me, and I'm ready to reach out a hand and help somebody else, how much difference can we make in this nation? What can we change? So each one of us, because you represent institutions. You're not here as an individual. You represent a group of teachers in your school. You represent workers in your school. You represent parents in your schools. You're very, this room has got such a group of powerful people who can change this nation for good. And that's my prayer. As we come to Kisumu as Ed partners, my prayer is that we will leave this world better than we found it. Because that's our calling as human beings. Why would God give you that responsibility of those lives that you nurture every day? What can you do with them? So this is, you have the food in your pocket. And if you bring it to the Lord, He will multiply it. Your schools. Can the Lord grow your schools? If you trust Him and do the right thing. Can the Lord be, in Kenya we are suffering from lack of employment, isn't it? That's the biggest, when I look at this nation, I feel like the biggest challenge we have today is that we don't have enough for our young people. But guess who the employers of this nation are? It's not the government. It is me and you. And that is the genesis of how Ed Partners started. I'm using a long story to tell you what Ed Partners is all about. It's about people who sat down and asked themselves, what can we do with the little that the Lord has given us? How can we bring this, our bread and our fish, to the Lord and ask Him to multiply it to touch many lives? And that's what we are doing today. We are saying we have a little as Ed Partners. We have advisory skills that we can bring to you. We have financial resources that we can bring to you. But our desire is that we multiply this so that children in Siaya, children in wherever, in Nyanza province, totally, in Kakamega and going that way, can be reached. The way they can be reached is by you being faithful. If you take a loan, you pay it, right? If you take a loan, you pay it. So that's really what our mission and vision as an organization is. Transforming generation through financial and non-financial services. That's why we are here. We want to be partners with you to transform those generations with the bread and the fish that the Lord has given us, which is our schools. So I'll not go into too much details about the process, as Amos has said. And our journey, our journey has been a very exciting journey of being faithful to with the little that the Lord gave us, because we started 4 years ago with just 3 people, a team of 3, and asked them to go out there and do something with the resources that we had. Today, we have now a team of over 60 employees including now the team that is in Kisumu. We are being part of that solution of creating employment directly, but we are also part of the solution of making sure that your schools grow and they employ more teachers, they take more children, we create a generation for the future. So our partnership is a partnership of growth for ourselves and for you. You know, money has got issues. So everybody, when you hear money, the first thing you wonder is, where is this money coming from? You know, si inaweza kuwa ni ile ya shetani. But we just want to assure you, we deal with money that is legitimate. We are a legitimate organization. We have investors who have invested in us, multinational organizations. I'm sure some of them you've heard of them, maybe others you've not. People like, one is called Dan Caron, and a British organization. We have Acumen Fund. Acumen is an international fund based out of America and invests in impact businesses like ours in Africa. And then we have an organization called Zephyr, which Mike represents. It's also an American fund which has invested in us, and another one called INP, a French investor. So basically we have international funding, but what we pride ourselves on most is that we have a Kenyan representation. Our team, our local team, you know, everybody, Amos leads the team, so our management and our everything is Kenyan. So we took money from the ones who have and said, the Lord enables us to use that as that bread that we can then utilize. Then, as Amos mentioned, we have a Pan-African region, dream. We are now quite saturated, not completely saturated in Kenya, but we have already started looking at our regional expansion. So the next thing that we are working on right now is setting up a similar organization in Uganda as we continue growing in Kenya. Many words to say this. We are very legitimate. We are here to stay. We are not a fly-by-night. We are here to stay. And we are here to grow. And we are here to grow with you. So thank you very much for making time to come and listen to us and to just, you know, be part of this wonderful partnership that we are thinking of. And our partnership goes beyond loans, as we said. We offer advisory services, and we are also really, really keen on making sure that our schools are digital. You know, they have digital platforms everywhere, because the direction we don't have a digital, you know, platform for what you're doing. That could be a big challenge. So we are hoping that you can be partners who tell us what we should do better, and you know, where we go wrong, please be the partners who come and tell us you need to correct this. And where we do well, let's do it together. So thank you very much. God bless you. We are excited to be in Kisumu, and we are excited to be part of this team. So God bless you.
Thank you so much. Wapi makofi ya Madam Chair. Wapi makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Let's appreciate our chair, Madam Director. And so I hope you've all heard what Ed Partners is all about and what the amazing work it's doing. I've just been told something that also makes Ed Partners very unique and different from other institutions is that, just imagine, immediately after this session, you can go outside there, apply for a loan, na inakuwa processed. Just imagine. Wapi makofi ya Ed Partners? Vile tu meketi tu hapa, after this session, you can go outside there. You'll meet the representatives from Ed Partners. There is a table outside. You can apply, have a talk with them, and then, God willing, inshallah, unaambiwa, okay, 3 days, we are coming. Wow, that's a wow, amaje? Sindio? So those are some of the things that makes us so different amongst other institutions. Thank you so much. And so We're almost winding up, but before that, I'd like to welcome the Kisumu branch manager. Aweze kukuja. Jo Kisumu, wapi makofi yake bwana? Karibu. Yeah.
Is it afternoon? It's morning, eh? Good morning. Good morning, our guests. Good morning, directors. I'm really happy to see you here. And before I introduce my team, I would like to give one person a chance to really tell us more about this school system. We have one of us who we invited. I think he can tell us more about how to work on a school system. I'll just give him 2 minutes or 3 minutes to tell us something. David, karibu. As he comes, Kisumu team, kindly come.
All protocols observed. My name is David Butita, the CEO, Center for ICT Integration. Bungoma is our area of residence. I thank you, Bwana CEO, EdTech Partners, to invite me here. I remember we met in Nairobi for Raspberry Pi Foundation launching. You are a great friend, and that's why I'm here. Thank you very much, my directors. Center for ICT Integration focuses on 3 things, and we wish to extend it to private schools, education technology consultancy. As you know very well now, education issues on ICT integration is a must now. Technology, the time has come so that also you as a private school can integrate technology, and you have been doing well. Private schools have been doing well in education technology. Also, other services that we do is digital literacy and coding for schools. We train students on how to code, how to develop softwares so that they can be able also to gain skills and be part of development of this country. Also, the third thing that we do is ICT equipments and accessory disposals. So as we integrate technology, we can be able to take care of your e-waste. They're called e-waste, so that we can be able to dispose it very well in a responsible manner, because e-waste is very dangerous to the environment. I want to say I'm a big believer in the potential of technology, but we have to keep in accelerating innovation also in the private schools. I wish the private school involve themselves also in the circular economy, whereby now you develop department of virtual learning, whereby you can be able also to increase issues on finances. Ask yourself, as a director, do you have a department of virtual learning? You have taken a loan, you want to pay, but we are giving you an advice on how you can be able to generate more income and reach those students who are very far. Students who are in Mwihupo Primary, inside there, because people believe always private institutions are institutions made for all people who are very rich. What is your plan for the out-of-school children and the school dropouts? Ask yourself, can you generate income from virtual instruction? EdTech Partners can finance you there. Build a virtual lab, of which we talked very much with the peers. He said very well, virtual instruction, it cannot be a virtual school, but it can be a virtual instruction, domiciled in the school. Also, it's another way of you can be able to generate income You can charge students 1,500 shillings per month or per term. That's another way you can get income. Can we try to extend your net? I see 4 main flavors of online learning in your institutions. That's a catch-up. Reimagining textbooks. We have teachers having something called personalized learning and online assessment system, the way CEO has been saying. Let us have that personalized learning and personalized assessment system. And I'm saying, but not all schools can afford to employ the personalized learning. That is the model of the cutting edge in schools. Because technology is very expensive. That's why ed partners are there. But you'll see, if you give yourself a benchmark to a school who have ever tried that investment, they have really benefited that. Technology will enhance and also will be able to increase your income also. But don't be a passive user on technology. We are teaching schools to be active users on technology. Imagine you have acquired ICT financing from EdTech partners. Convert that ICT financing to a resource. Bring income. They give you 40 computers. Have also, as a part of integrating IT in the institution, also have the virtual labs. Develop content, sell the content, and pay your loans. We are just trying to increase the catch. So we can advise you on that, on issues on education consultancy, and help you set up a virtual school. We are setting now a virtual instructions department at St. Mary's Socio. We'll be inviting some principals of private school there. We are launching it in December. St. Mary's Socio Girls in Kimilili, whereby we are putting a virtual studio. We want, even if it's a public school, also, how they have a plan on how they can be able to reach the out-of-school children. I don't think private schools are just for only regular customers who are coming to school. We have that man who is a welder, who wants to join that Eagle's Vision School, but through virtual means. I'm sure when I see you can finance that. They are going to learn through mobile, and you do the assessment on them. They do NEC program. That's another way of how we can be able to increase your income. As I finish, technology can revolutionize the way teachers and students can be able to interact with the teachers. And you can be able to, how you can be able to work together on matters of, because as Center for ICT Integration, we try to concentrate on quality, affordable, and educational access. Not only the regular one, it must be quality, and it must be continuous. Look very well at what COVID-19 did. Private school, we were the first school in Bungoma. I'm sure you remember something called the Bungoma Virtual School. The first school that implemented, sponsored by Liquid Intelligence. And we really got so many people. Our education is in a coma, and private school has been showing the way. Also, you can expand and show the way on how you can be able to do this. Education for quality and sustainable education, as SDG 4 says, private school, you must, and you don't have any excuse to be on forefront to do it in any way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. David is still around. For more information, I think he'll be out, and he will be able to brief us more. Right now, I want to introduce the Kisumu team, and I see we have very able men and women here who are going to do a good job in Kisumu. Cindy, so I would love to at least give them 5 seconds each to say their names and also what they are doing in Kisumu, so that all the directors who are here, if they are within your route, you know at least who can support you in your school. I'll start from here. Thank you.
So I'm Saidi Baron. Yeah, I'm a relationship manager Kisumu. So I'm very excited to have you guys here. And I hope that going forward we'll be able to partner and to do greater things. Yeah, so for me, I cover Manyata area, Nyalenda, Milimani, and the whole of Nairobi Road, up to Nyakach and Moroni. So in case you are a director who is here, please don't be scared or shy. Kindly fill the application form so that we are able to assist you. Thank you.
Thank you. That is Said working along Nairobi Road, any school along Nairobi Road, from Sitam all the way to Hero. He's the one who can support you from that.
Good morning, team. Good morning again. I'm Millicent Onyango. I'm RM. I cover Tomboya Estate, Airport, Kisian, Bondo Road, and Busia Road. Kindly, if you are here, let's have a chat outside. You are welcome.
Good morning, directors. I'm a long ranger. I'm outside Kisumu. I'm just your neighbors. I'm in charge of Vihiga County and Kakamega County. And just to prove that I have people from Kakamega, please can you just stand under Vihiga? Yeah, so that what was fikiria kwamba. Yes. Thank you so much. So we are sharing, and I just want to reiterate what the CEO said, that we want to teach you how to fish. So I'm Daniel Wafula, in charge of Kakamega, Vihiga, and Mumiasi, to those direction up to Kitale. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I am Jesse Odhiambo, relationship manager Kisumu. I cover from Migosi, Lolwe, along Kakamega Road up to Mamboleo, then go towards Miwani. I also cover parts of Kibos. So feel welcomed, and thank you very much for at least making time today.
Good morning, my seniors. I'm Elizabeth Omondi. I'm office assistant. Count me in as a receptionist. Anytime you're in our office, I'll give you a proper reception. You are also welcome. We are at Mega Plaza 6th floor. Anytime you drop there, you can have a cup of tea. Karibuni.
Well, hello everyone. For me, I support all the RMs in Kisumu. I'm a credit analyst. I ensure that whenever an application comes around, we're able to make a credit decision as soon as possible. So my name's Noel Omondi, and karibuni nyote. What is it? The law. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is Kisumu team. So if you have that need, we can sort you right now because we have our mobile office out here. And I'm happy to have my seniors here. They can make that approval before they leave so that we just give you a letter of offer in a few minutes so that you can now be able to buy what you want, construct that school. Just like what Mr. Ochuka said, we bought him a van. It's actually out here. He said he will come with it. So it's out here. Yeah, it's outside here. So if you want to verify what we do, the van is out here. Sawa sawa. So we can do that very fast. The team is here. Our approvers are here. The ball is in your court. Sawa sawa. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's another time that we are happy for the occasion, and I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks for this memorable occasion. First and foremost, I want to thank our guest of honor who was just left, Madam Pamela Akello, for at least within her busy schedule, she at least prepared time to be here for this particular occasion. I also want to thank Arthur, the County Secretary of KEPSA in Kisumu, for also creating time to be in this place. I also want to thank our speaker who opened with a word of encouragement for finding time to at least take us before the Lord, and also being able to give us a word of encouragement. I also want to thank our Ed Partners directors who availed themselves in this place. I know they had a lot to do today, but I'm happy they came to this place to help us grace this occasion of opening our Kisumu branch. Thank you so much. Our executive, led by our CEO, Mr. Amos, for I know today is also a working day, and also having an idea of opening a branch in Kisumu that will serve the whole of Nyanza and Western. That is a very great honor to give to us, the people of Kisumu here, and I am happy to thank you this moment for giving us that opportunity as Kisumu. Also want to thank all the directors from various schools in Kisumu, Nyanza, Western. I know today, I know it was a day that Friday is always meeting days in various schools, but I know you had a very busy schedule, but you left the schedule to come and attend our occasion. We don't take it for granted. We are really grateful for ensuring you attend our occasion. Again, I also want to thank the management of Ciala for ensuring that we have a place like this to have our occasion. Thank you so much, the management. Finally, I want to thank the staff, Ed Partner staff, for actually being in this place to ensure that our guests are well received and the occasion went as planned. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, our branch chair, Wapi Makofi. Let's appreciate him once again, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it from the branch chair. So, baada ya this, wao wanasema baada ya this, wako pale nje. You can apply, na umesikia, wacha sasa nizungumze lugha hii nyingine. Umesikia wadosi wako area. Si ndio? Hey, take that opportunity. Take that opportunity. Now this county, it continued producing lawyers, doctors, professors, name them. Thanks to Ed Partners. Thank you so much, Ed Partners. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Anne, who's going to give us the last prayer. And also, nawakumbusha tu, forms ziko pale nje. Umesikia Bwana Deda na amekuja na that van. Wanasema seeing is believing. Najua atawaonyesha. So karibu.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ann Nduku. You can call me Ann or Nduko. And I just want to say erokamano. Thank you so much. It's such an honor. We invited each one of you, and we have over 50 schools here. Thank you. Just clap for yourself for that. We don't take it for granted that we visited your schools, and some of you, I visited your schools in September, and we've extended this invite, and we are seeing you here today. Asanteni sana. So just to wind up, I would like us to stand up and just to have the last word of prayer and give thanks to God. As the word of God tells us, we should give thanks in all the circumstances that the will of God is being done in our lives. And also it reminds us that every good gift and every perfect present comes from above. And this is something that we need to give thanks for, that just having a company coming to your city and not to the other towns around you, we don't take it for granted, meaning that the services are close to you and we will be able to support you in transforming generations and making a difference to that Kenyan child that is in your school. So let's pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Lord, we want to say thank you for today. Thank you for keeping us alive. Thank you, Lord, for providing for us journey mercies in the morning while we were traveling to this place. We want to thank you for giving us a successful event. We want to thank you, King of Glory, for what we've learned, what we've taken as food, and also as we part ways and go back to our schools and our homes, we pray that, Lord, your grace is going to be upon us. We pray that, Lord, you're going to bless the works of our hands and you're going to expand our territories. It is in Jesus' name I do pray and believe. Amen. Thank you.
So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to the end of our program. And just to remind you, ya kwamba our officers, our representatives, wako pale nje. Make sure at least you have a chat with them. Karibuni sana.
My name is Bishop Paul Munyiri, the director of PEFA Syokimau School. PEFA Syokimau School is a church-sponsored school that is in Syokimau Estate along Katani Road, about 2 kilometers from Mombasa Road. I met Ed Partners in the year 2019 at a time when we were really in a great need to get financing for our school transport. We needed a bus. And when we met with them, this gentleman known as Chris, they came to my office and we were able to discuss. And at that time, we were awaiting another loan that we had applied from a particular bank, but it was taking too long. And when we began the engagement, one thing that was very, very good for me is that they were able to facilitate the financing very fast. We were able to get a bus, and I was very, very excited that they could do much faster than a bank. The bus has helped us a lot. We were losing on many pupils because we were not having reliable transport. But from the time that we got the bus, our numbers have gone up. It has been very, very good because now we are able to carry many more children. The children are happy, the parents are happy, and being a new bus, it's very efficient for our transport. After that, we were able still to engage with Ed Partners. When our school, we had begun in semi-permanent structures, and we wanted to upgrade to permanent structures. And when we were able to buy additional land, then Ed Partners came along and they helped us to be able to put up permanent structures. We began using these structures just last month, and we are very, very happy. Our children now are in better facilities. We have now more ample space for the school, and now we can be able to take up many more children than we could be able to take up before. The facilities are excellent, and we really thank Ed Partners for the financing. Ed Partners, I really enjoy working with them because number one, they are very accessible. On very short notice, you can be able to engage them. They are very flexible in all that they do. And when you apply for a loan, then the disbursement is very quick. They are able to really hasten the processes to make sure that you get financing at the right time. And also, our relationship with them is very good. You are able to really engage in everything that you want, and it becomes very good. Again, after having bought for us the bus, or financed us for the bus, and then they have given us money for the permanent structures, that refinancing for me is very important, that you don't have to wait for one loan to end before you can get the other one, so long as you are able to service the loan. So I will still continue to work with Ed Partners because they are really good in financing schools. Yeah, I would really wish to recommend Ed Partners to any other school because number one is that because they work with schools, they really know the needs of the schools. They are able to structure their loans and their financing to schools, whereby maybe the times that schools do not get money, then they are able to allow you grace period to pay when you get the monies. And also that good working relationship, being specialist in financing education sector, for me is something I would recommend to any school owner or management to engage with Ed Partners for financing for any kind of projects.
My name is Paul Ngoima. I am the director of Naivarayo School, which is based in Naivasha town. After the seminar that we had at the hotel with Ed Partners personnel, I decided to give it a shot. If anything, we had no other options because we had no financials. We wanted to grow and grow very fast, and yet we did not have any financial or anybody that was willing. The regular banks were not willing to support us. Immediately after the seminar, I contacted the customer relations manager, and we were able to get started. And the first thing that we did with Ed Partners, with the support of Ed Partners, is that we had a problem with our transport system. We had just started our main school, which is about 4 or 5 kilometers away from town, with 80% of our learners coming from town. We needed to have a very efficient system of transporting our children, yet we did not have buses. So what we did is that we requested Ed Partners to support us. They supported us in acquiring of a 51 passenger seater bus and having it repainted and ready for work the following term. We also did not have an administration block. The finances that they gave us, we were able also to start an administration block for our school. We did not have an office even for the head teacher. We are all of us meeting our visitors in classes, and therefore we needed urgently to have an administration block. We also had a major problem given that the area where our school is based has some kind of soggy soil, and there was a lot of mud in the compound. So we needed to do some recarpeting of the ground, especially around the school where the learners are every other time. And what we did is that part of the funds that Ed Partners gave us, we used in making the ground firm and recarpeting the ground and making some kind of beautification, beautification project for the school so that it could become attractive. We also did not have a perimeter wall around the school, yet it had been recommended by the Ministry of Education that we needed to secure the school compound and secure the learning areas from external intrusions, and we needed a perimeter wall. So with the same support which we got from Ed Partners, we were able to put up a perimeter wall around the administration block and the crisis area in the Naivaro's main school. The financial support that we have received from Ed Partners has had great impact in our school. We got to know the Ed Partners. Our population was about approximately 370, 380 there. But within a period of only 2 years, and with the developments that we have taken that have taken place in our school, we have been able to more than double our population. As we speak, the population is around 750, 760 learners in both schools. 2020 was a very trying year for private school directors. But as the period continued to unfold, one of the major things that Ed Partners helped us with is that we realized we could not be able to continue paying repaying our loans the way we were supposed to repay monthly because we had no income during that period. Ed Partners came in handy and actually suspended, gave us a moratorium whereby the loans were suspended until further, loan repayments were suspended until a later date, which really helped to drive stress out of the situations that we were in. Over and above that, Ed Partners came in very handy in that they offered us a lot of financial advice on how to manage the situation as it was unfolding during that difficult period. They gave us a lot of advice on how to manage parents through webinar seminars that were conducted weekly on every Thursday punctually at 12 noon. We continued to receive those seminars, which gave us insight on how to handle the situation as it were. We were getting to a point of desperation and almost losing hope. But with the advice that we are receiving from Ed Partners,